Sentimental and technical video for the QuizzDB service for the 3rd of June 2021. We'll start with the US 500, the S&P. We've got a bearish ABCD, and the D completion is the high there, which will invalidate, obviously, if we break above that high. 4235 is saying if we get above 4235, then it invalidates this pattern. Not only will it invalidate the harmonic, but will be well above pitchfork as well. 4214 is currently hourly pitchfork resistance. Obviously, we look at the US 500 because we're interested in if we're risk on or risk off. This is a big risk on move, okay? So it's vital that you understand the correlation between risk and FX. If this is risk on, then the dollar is going to dump, and currency pairs like the Australian dollar and the Kiwi and the euro and the pound, they're going to fare well because we're risk on, right? That's all you need. That's what you need to know. When this is crashing, we're risk off, but we're currently rallying, and because of that, it's going to impact forex, and that's absolutely key that you understand that correlation. AU 77.76 and 76.70. This is a really old stop loss cluster now. We're out of this. It was a signal for us, but we're out at a loss, 18 pip loss. Could have probably waited for a monthly pivot, but we didn't really get an opportunity. Really, the timing could have been better. It was difficult because the bubbles indicated it was a buy, but yet we fell anyway, so it was a bit tricky. Technically, it was a sell, and because we're below monthly pivot and we've got this harmonic, this bearish ABCD, sentimentally we're a buy. So there's that move there at that point. But you know, we just it sort of bounced around a bit at the start of the week, which is quite frustrating. But that's what happens. Oh, I've done AU, but I've not done AJ. Let's go back. There you go. Let's do AJ. On above, 85.20 and 84.50. These stop loss clusters are unchanged after the last day. So that's worth noting. Monthly pivots here, so we buy dips. Okay, we're going to send a pitchfork, and we are a buy. EA, now we're a buy here, so this could impact Aussie, I think. We can probably rally from the sentiment. Technically, we've got a bullish ABCD, and assuming that we don't break below that level, they know we could be quite strong. We could have a pitchfork break. So, yeah, it could impact the Australian dollar, I think. And if this rallies, this is going to impact all Australian dollar crosses, and it's linked with the S&P as well, this pair, because it's risk, obviously. Aussie's riskier than the euro. So it's quite a good proxy for risk on, risk off. Hopefully it's clear what I mean by risk on, risk off. I made it like a good example at the beginning, but if you've got any questions, just let me know, because we refer to risk on and risk off a lot. So it's key that you understand what that is. 15841, 15719, bye bye, like I said. EU 12220 and 121, I think. Yeah, 121. There's monthly pivot, so you buy dips, and we've got supports below, as you can see. Resistance at 122.02 currently. Could potentially bounce there or here, but assuming that we hold above monthly pivot, we're good. We're a buy, and there's that chop. We had a little similar chop, didn't we, on the Aussie USD? So that's a bit annoying. It's quite frustrating when we're trying to trade sentiment. It does that, so you know it's very tricky. GU 14179, 14085. We're a buy sideways. Keep an eye on these levels if you're trading any of these pairs. You can pause the video. NU 7280, 7204. We're a buy and we're sideways. Euro yen, this is very strong. You can see the supports here. Bullish ABCD as well. One above is 13420 and 133.55. We're a buy, and they're going long, so that could be bearish. So it's worth keeping an eye on that. I mean, at a high level we're a buy, but the dynamic is shifting away from being like a strong buy. It's veering away from that, going towards sell. If it crosses the 50% line, that changes the bias. So yeah, keep an eye on that ratios line. Definitely try and get the indicators if you can. Use the QuasiDB code. Pound yen. So that's them guys going long, which is possibly that move. It wasn't a very big move, to be honest. We are bullish, A, B, C, D, and we're a buy, and now we're sideways. So I think we're possibly to sit on your hands day to day. I think there's support there. If that breaks, then you target this. If that breaks, then you target the stop loss cluster. 1558, 154.70. Dollar yen, 110.64. 109.31. We're a buy, but we're very close to 50-50. This can potentially move a lot on the NFP, and that's tomorrow. Dollar CAD. So we had support. Yeah, we had pitchfork support now at 120.20. That easy to remember. Resistance here at 120.49. Monthly pivots here, so that is like the bias for the month. SLC above is 121.45, and the one below is at 1.2, so that's dead easy to remember. They're going long, which is quite worrying, because we already were at a sell, and that just like cements the bias. So it might be fundamentally driven because of oil. So do keep an eye on your fundamentals. It's very key. It can override the sentiment quite easily. So keep an eye on that resistance. We might break above, and then we should really be falling. Dollar Swiss support 89.86. Resistance SLC above, 90.30, and the one below is 89.19. It's just really sideways. We've got a bearish 4-point continuation, which is quite rare. It's just simply saying that there's the price action hasn't really made a decent harmonic, and so we really should be zigzagging below, and then we can actually make a new harmonic. But it's currently not really obeying like Fibonacci, because these harmonics are made from Fibonacci. So it's saying there's like an incompleteness, I suppose you could say, about this particular price action. So we should have fallen below this, and then we would have had like a buy, X A B C D buy situation, because we would have broken that support. Then it would have been a buy, but we didn't. So that's why we've got this bizarre, strange kite shape. So I'm not really sure what to say. Just sit on your hands. Monthly pivot's there, so we are bearish, and we're sentimentally a sell. Gold. So the level of interest for me is it's at 1900. So I've been watching this for a while. Obviously, it's got the psychological round number, and there's the diagonal break from 1892, 1882. So if we break that, we could come down to the SLC 1880. It would probably be NFP driven, I think. We are a sell, but we've got a bullish harmonic on the hourly, and that will hold true unless we break below 1881. So if we get the stop loss cluster, we'll break this harmonic, and then it could get quite bearish. So keep an eye on the SLCs, and try and get the Zoop indicator as well. It's really good. These harmonics are made from the Zoop indicator. Not sure there's much else to talk about. I want to make the video quite quick. Bitcoin's going sideways like I thought. It still needs to get break this pitchfork. It still needs to get above the 38.2 at 40.271, 40.268. It's an incredibly close confluence there. So if we get above that level, that could be quite bullish. You can see. So that's a level of interest. So hopefully it helps. I will wrap up now, and have a good day. And if I see any signals or anything like that, I'll let you know. But we've got an FP tomorrow, so I'm sort of from experience, I think it's better just to monitor, and then we can trade after the event. It's easier. And I'll speak to you guys soon.